everybody, it's Lindsay, and I am here. This is my first episode, so I'm going to introduce myself. But I have a guest host today, and it's my not so little, but definitely younger brother, Logan. And he's coming in now.
What's up, little sis?
With a fucking sombrero.
What sombrero? What? When did this get on? Put that over there.
Okay. So we decided to just I decided to start a YouTube channel, and I just wanted to do one because I've always wanted to do one. I wanted to do one since I was in high school, but I really didn't have the best technology to do one, and I enjoyed watching Jenna Marbles, and I thought, well, maybe I'm not as funny as other people, or maybe nobody would be as interested in my life as they are in other people's. So, but we're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try to do a couple different variety videos, a lot with just me, but a couple with my brother, because we have a good back and forth usually. Oh.
Don't worry, I'm way more entertaining than her.
Yeah, he won't let me call him any nicknames.
No.
I try calling him Logan.
Don't you dare.
Don't
dare.
I'll have to do that in another video.
I swear I will flag it on YouTube if I see it.
I don't know why you hate... He calls me Lindsay the Hobbit, but I'm not allowed to call him anything.
Okay, that's only in my phone, so I know who's calling me, alright?
Yeah, but changed his name in my phone.
I just call you the Hobbit.
I changed his name in my phone, and he changed it back. He wouldn't let me keep it the way I had it in my own phone.
That's why you shouldn't give me your technology. Especially when you tell me to call mom on your phone.
Call mom. Yeah, well, that happens a lot, so I can't really say much about that. But I'm 23. I'm 6 years older than him. He's 16. He currently just started high school.
We should have made them do the math, alright? Come on. That's the fun. We gotta get the audience included.
How many people come to YouTube to do math? Leave a comment down below. How do you come to YouTube to do math?
Jesus, I'm playing. Calm down.
What was I saying? So he just recently started high school this week. He went into his junior year.
Yes.
I am currently in college learning how to be a paralegal right now.
I don't have one, or else I'd give you like a little crown thing.
Because I'm above you? In school level? I shouldn't even still be in school, but you know what? It happened.
Stay in school, kids.
Well, you know, we'll go into experiences in a moment. But, so you recently just started high school back.
Yes.
And you just had your first full week.
Yep, pep rally at the end. Oh boy. That was fun.
You don't like pep rallies? I love.
All right, listen. The seniors cheated, okay?
The seniors always cheat.
Yeah, I know, right? We beat them in it, and they still won. There was like a chain link hula hoop thing where they'd start here. Originally, both teams cheated. Our team started off first. You had to go take the hula hoop all the way down without unlocking arms. Like take the hula hoop all the way down to one end and then bring it back. The juniors started off with it around their waist, basically, and the seniors only took it down, and then they're like, "Yeah, party." Afterwards.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. The seniors win everything. It's their last year. It's their last hurrah.
I agreed. Have you seen the new bulldog shirts they're giving them? They're so crappily designed. They have like the paw print really like carrying through the shirt, but not. It's sad. I'll have to show it to you. It's really sad.
Well, I know the seniors before my class, in 2011, their shirt they did, it was, the slogan was, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the slogan was, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're 11. And then our shirt...
God, never mind. That's the worst shirt right there.
And then our shirt was, because, you know, back in 2012 when the world was supposed to end, it said saving the best for last or something. I can't remember. I'll have to go dig through and find my shirt and whatnot to show you. Put that down. This isn't your YouTube channel.
I'm and there goes my chair. I was about to say, I'm waiting for him to do that. That's gonna fall in a minute too. Look at it just wiggling back there. Oh, that's gonna fall. Let me go ahead and just set that on the floor.
You were unprofessional. I guess this is what I get for working with a 16-year-old.
Let me compose myself.
Okay. So
Compose. Technically, right now, you're 7 years older than me.
you turned 17 in October.
I know, but like right now, I'm 16 and you're 23. You're not 22.
Yeah.
So you're 7 years
So
old.
I messed with people's minds, so it's a good thing I didn't make them do the math.
Jesus. That's what I've been doing this whole time. That's why I haven't really been talking.
Okay, so technically I am 6 years and 3 months older than you.
Sorry, what?
6 years and 3 months older than you. I'm not 7 years older than you. I'm 6 years and 3 months older than you.
Alright, so we got a few topics here and everything. We'll get to those in a minute after we're done talking about school, but she has literally written her name on the piece of paper about 6 times in cursive.
I do that all the time because cursive isn't taught enough. Cursive isn't taught anymore.
Yeah, they're actually just getting rid of that.
I think that's stupid because everybody should know how to at least be able to read cursive, especially if you have like an older boss. Like a lot of the bosses where I work, a lot of them write in cursive and like not neat cursive. And then where I work, we have a lot of doctors come in, and obviously nobody can read a damn doctor's handwriting, ever. Doctors' handwritings are the worst. There should be a class in college on how to read doctors' handwriting. I swear to you. But cursive is a good thing to have in school, and I don't think they should be taking that out of, especially like in 3rd grade. I would have rather have been learning cursive than math, to be completely honest with you. I suck at math.
Same. I mean, geometry, we haven't really done anything in it yet, but from what I have in geometry last year, by the way, I'm like behind a lot, so don't listen to me if you're trying to be a good student. But if you're just coming here for entertainment, then you came to the right place. But I learned, from what I learned from geometry last year, I gotta say I'm okay on geometry. Algebra, I don't really do. Reading, writing, no, just don't do that.
Well, see, this is what I hate about, because I went to the same high school he did, and this is what I hate about that high school, is when I was in high school, I used to read all the time. I used to go through series of novels, yet somehow, because of stupid standardized testing, I was put in a reading class.
And I'm in a reading class. Matter of fact, entertain the people for 1 minute, and I'll go get a book that I'm reading. What?
Okay.
You seem like this is so unprofessional. I don't do professional.
He doesn't do professional.
I don't.
Well, let's see. What do I want to talk about? Well, some of the things I wanted to get opinions on is if you guys would be interested in. I'm really interested in learning more about like conspiracy theories, so I wanted to do a couple conspiracy theory videos. Freaking Jenna Marbles and Shane Dawson have gotten me all into conspiracy theories, so like now I want to go down the rabbit hole also.
So this is what I read. No, I'm kidding. It's just one of my old books. Yeah. Polaris is. Why is it backwards?
Because the camera might be filming introvert.
That's weird. Yeah. Polaris. Look it up. It's
Okay,
just a book.
but so apparently this is the thing. Standardized testing. Obviously, when you give kids 10 pages of something that is not interesting at all to them, they're not going to want to read it. And so obviously they're just going to like answer the question. They'll try. Like I tried reading a lot of them, like, but they're so stupid. And then the questions are like, you have like 3 answers that you think are correct. You got 4 answers. You got 3 that you think are correct, and somehow you got to eliminate it down to 1. It's the stupidest thing that's been around for the longest time, and it's aggravating. I don't get why they think the standardized testing is so good for everybody, and that's all that's ever taught anymore. They've taken good classes that could be in school that teach kids how to live life after high school, because a lot of kids don't want to go to college. A lot of kids need to know how to go and do their own accounting, do their own cooking. I mean, some kids get kicked out of their house when they're 18. So why not teach home ec? Why not teach auto shop? Why not teach, at the Zephyr Hills High School, they had auto shop for the longest time.
And the year before I went there, they took it away.
They got rid of it.
The teacher retired, and they're like, we'll not do it anymore.
So I don't understand why we're putting our generations to just learn how to take tests. It's stupid. Because every generation is slowly getting where they're still having to live at home with mom and dad at like 30, 40 years old because they don't know how to take care of themselves because the schools didn't teach them things, and mom and dad have to work 2 jobs in order to keep the house above their heads.
And no lie, in most of those cases, well, some of those cases I'll say about 50-50 per se, because I don't know the exact standards, but of those cases, some of them are the kids' fault. They just don't want to do work.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be people who don't want to do anything. But like the best math class I ever had in high school, shout out Mr. Kaler, he taught this class on how to like balance your own checkbooks and how to like it was real world math, and it taught you how to do a lot of stuff you'd have to do, like balance your checkbooks, how to pay bills and stuff like that. And I took that class because I obviously did very well in a lot of my other classes. I was a pretty good student. I think I only ever got 1 F, and it was in middle school, and I was traumatized after it.
Her and me are completely different, by the way.
We're a little bit... We're opposites when it comes to academics, but when it comes to humor, we kind of have the same sense.
Yeah, we creep people out, whatever. Like, because I went to visit her work to do physical stuff because, you know, she's like 3'4".
I'm 5'3".
See, not far off.
3'4", I would be a midget. I'm 5.
You are a midget, all right? Just because I'm 6'4" and you're 5'3". What?
You're only a foot. You're as tall as my husband. You're only a foot and an inch taller than me.
Pretty sure Grant's shrinking.
Well, Grant.
It might be him just losing the hair off the top of his head. That's what's making him shrink. But yeah.
But okay, so you might be taller than Grant now though too.
Yeah, I might be. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think we're dead even right this second.
Which and he's got a friend who's a freaking Sasquatch too. They're all Sasquatches.
Listen, I'm a Yeti, okay? My friend Ted, which if he ever shows up and doesn't just go run off back to the woodlands. You find that funny? You'll see the height comparison, right? Because he's usually about an inch or 2 taller than me, depending on whether or not he stands straight up. But yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, but I'm surrounded by... other than one other cousin I know for sure who's fully grown, I'm one of the shortest people in the family.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that because guess what? I can con people into getting stuff off the top shelf for me or coming to my work and helping me.
That's what I did.
I'm okay with being short. You know what? I'm short. I just, we're total opposites. He grew this way, I grew this way. So, I mean,
to be fair, you are working on growing back, shrinking this way.
I mean, right? Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to do
and I ain't nothing special. Don't worry about that.
Well, if I had your height, I would.
It'd even out.
It would even out a little bit.
You got this much area to work with, so it'll even out, yeah.
They said I stunted my growth because I was large. I've been large all my life. I've been large, but I've only been bullied a handful of times. I mean, after like one time, I tried to cut that shit. I'm like, I don't like being bullied. I don't like bullies. I tried to stand up for as many people as I could if I saw them getting bullied. But I just know that I am what I am. But they kept trying to tell me that. If I when I was in middle school, I remember this. When you go to the doctor to get shots, they'd be like, well, if you lose weight, maybe you'd get taller. I said, that's a big maybe. I have my one side of the family is really, really short.
Yeah, our mother's side is short. I got my dad's height, although she got my dad's attitude. No, nothing else to say? You're not gonna...
I can't deny it. I'm a little bit. I have a lot of my father in me. It
does come out sometimes in me for sure, but it does come out in me sometimes.
Okay, but yeah. It's like this is you. This is you with a lot of mom. You have a lot of mom. This is you where you have mom in you. I got like this much mom in me. I got mom's brain.
Yeah.
And then it's like this with that.
All right. Let's say this is you and this is me. This is me with dad, and then this is me and this is you with mom. All right. Everything's got to kind of balance out to 100%.
No, I kind of take it to like 120. It just happens, to be completely honest. But it's okay because you know what? Having a lot of dad in me made me a stronger person. It made me be able to take when people said something, you know, oh, well, you're not pretty, you're not fat. I was like, okay, and I mean, I might not be the prettiest, I might not be the skinniest, but guess what? I love my life. I live my life the way I want to live it for the majority. And I'm learning how to change myself. And that's something I'm probably going to talk about in a separate video and go over what we're trying to.
You getting emotional, sis?
I'm getting emotional?
No, you're not. I'm just saying, you're getting emotional. You gotta give me with that singular Indian tear or something going on.
Hold on, let me turn around.
Yeah, just
eye drops.
let me go ahead and just stare at the light for about a minute and blind myself.
That light is pretty bright.
Yeah, that is not my room light. My room light is right here. That's the light I mounted to the wall.
I said we gotta get some better lighting in here because I was looking terrible when we were doing our practice. So we figured it out. We just get blinded every time we look up.
Yeah. That's why. Right about here. Well, I'll say the cutoff is right about here for me. Yeah, I'm blocking it right now. I look above my hand right now at the light. Okay. That was stupid. I blinded myself again.
And this is where it's good to be short because it's like going over my head and not.
You still have to look at it, all right?
But if I physically, I don't like it.
All right,
doesn't
listen. The
bother
shorter
me.
you are, they're eventually gonna line up, and you're gonna blind yourself.
The shorter I
and my chair just all right.
the shorter I get, they're gonna hand me a lollipop.
It's no longer if she goes to the doctor and does good. It's the shorter she is. It's almost like Benjamin Button, but just with height.
Hey, I think I've gotten taller over the last year. Of course, compared to
Yeah, you've gotten taller over the last year. I've gotten taller over the last, week.
I'm just saying, because compared to my son, I'm a giant.
He's like one.
He is.
He's like this big.
He's not like what he is one.
You know what I mean. He's only like this. He's only like this big, alright?
Okay, that was funny.
My son, I'm a giant. You make him sound like he's my age.
God, I can't wait for him to be your age. I love my son.
Think about it though. If he's my age, you're gonna be old.
I don't care. I'm gonna be as old as Mom. And Mom's not old. She's pretty. I mean, she has got some great genes. Of course, my grandma, my Nana's got great genes. So
we share the same grandmother. My grandma.
She's Nana. She's Nana. So that's why I was specifying but I said my grandma, I meant my Nana. But yes.
Our Nana. Quit trying to hug her onto yourself.
I don't want to share her.
You getting teared up about that? I mean, jeez.
So I was gonna scare.
You got scar? Alright.
I was gonna share. Okay, so you're a junior this year. So my senior year, I graduated in 2012. You're taking digital design, correct?
I took digital design 1 last year. I'm taking digital design 2 this year.
And that's your favorite class?
I'm not bad at it. PE would probably be my favorite, because of height and stuff. Never mind. But yes, it's my favorite class that doesn't involve.
Because I was gonna say my favorite class of all time that I took was when I.
Oh, we're doing all time. Ooh.
My favorite class was the TV productions class I did.
The newscast for our high school. Yeah.
Yes, and I loved that class because not only did we get to do the news in the morning, but the teacher kind of let us have free reign over making funny videos. So, we did one video that was, how to ask a girl to prom, or how to ask someone to prom, and,
I've seen all of these, by the way.
They were funny! At the time,
at the time, they were funny, which is, 4 years ago now, so they're outdated. They're worse than old MLG memes.
They're on YouTube, by the way.
Don't go looking for them.
They're on a different channel that I wanted to. Me and one of the guys there, we wanted to start our channel where we did
and then
little skits. And I graduated. He was a freshman at the time. I was a sophomore. I graduated. I went to college, and then nothing ever got done after I graduated. But my favorite one that we recorded was the Tardy Zone.
Oh God! I will admit that one was good. All right, a parody on the Twilight Zone, the Tardy Zone. I will admit that one was good.
That was
sadly
one.
There's no more Tardy table time, so that one really doesn't have any relevance. I did see that my freshman year though. They showed that. They
Did they
showed,
really?
Yeah, they showed that my freshman year, and I'm like, oh god, I've already seen this.
Oh,
I was like, oh please, nobody read
your
the name.
freshman year, I was graduated for like 2 years, wasn't I by then? Or did you go in the next? You graduated in 2018, so you would have started in 2014.
We had about 4 years of schooling in between us. Because you left.
And you entered.
You left elementary school when I entered.
Yeah.
So there was about 4 years in between us.
Yeah. So that's great. I'm surprised. Well, too bad there's not the 30.
Technically 3, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. The year after.
Yeah, there was because 2000. It would have been the year of 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
So we would have just graduated, and it would have been. There would have been the year between, and then it was the next following year. But that's interesting. I'm surprised they showed that. That kind of makes me happy. It must have. I didn't know they showed it. You never told me that.
I look so freaking pale in this.
We are pale.
I sit in here and game all the time, so yeah.
It's not that he games all the time. Is our mother, if she goes outside, she burns. We have a little bit of our dad's skin, so we'll tan a little bit, but we don't get to the point where we're olive toned. We're still gonna be pale.
Olives are green. What?
It's called olive toned skin when you're tan.
Can't just go with tan. Like
Tan.
Okay, listen. You're gonna hate on my southern accent. Not even look at one. What do you want me to go into an Irish accent?
You're not Irish. Well,
I am Irish, you lass.
you're Irish and Scottish.
I'm Irish and Scottish. That's both of them.
Well, this is why we love potatoes. This is why I grew this way. I have vodka in my freezer too, but I mean.
Alright.
I don't even know if it's potato vodka, so I guess I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Because they do have other kinds of vodka. So that was, but I'm glad they showed some of that. Well, you know what it was is Thad was still on the TV productions crew, I think, his whole time there. So he probably showed those when.
Wouldn't he? No, I guess.
No, he was a freshman when I
guess he would have been a whatchamacallit.
He would have been a junior when you entered.
Yeah. No, I thought he would have been senior.
No.
No?
Because you entered.
But they didn't show it the next year then.
Yeah.
They didn't show it when I was a sophomore.
Because didn't you say the tardy table was gone last year?
Last year, I don't even think it was there that year. But then again, Mr. Freilich was still being the principal there, so yeah.
Who the hell?
So in my 3 years, we've gone through 3 principals.
And I only had one principal, I think, the whole time I was there.
They just loved chuckling.
But then our principal, the principal who was the principal at the time when I was going there, he ran for city council or something. So then he was trying to split his job between city council and being a president, or no, president.
President of
being the principal. The freaking president. Jesus, that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Being elected is what got you on president.
Yes, that's what it got me.
The P in principal, the president of the school.
Whatever. All right. So, yeah, but I know, isn't it a female principal now?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't care.
I just felt like this year kind of was like, it just kind of like jumped up. Like, usually.
Yeah, we started back 2 weeks early.
Yeah, because I'm like, usually, they send out letters telling you when registration is and all that stuff.
But then they went, we're going to end your summer early. Because there was a law or something that you can't start school either 2 weeks, 2 weeks prior to or 2 weeks after Labor Day or something like that. So they decided, we're going to go ahead and abolish that law and start school back early.
The question is then, do you get to leave
I better.
2 weeks before, wouldn't it be, because this is just one semester, so wouldn't it be 2 weeks before the spring, for the winter break, or would you get like a week in the beginning and the week at the end and then start the next semester later?
I better get some. I better get those 2 weeks back.
I better get my 2 weeks of video gaming back.
Yeah.
Because that's what he is concerned about.
Yeah. And typically I would plan out the summer basically, well, day by day obviously, but about the time we about the time we got the letters, I would start weaning myself back onto going to bed.
Oh, so it was shock therapy because he literally
A little bit, yeah. Because
he like literally
about 3 nights before, maybe. I would have to take basically knockout pills is what I call them.
Well,
so I could sleep and try to force myself to sleep. So
because I just remember I remember when I had that volunteer, she was saying she was starting back on the 15th, and I was like, well, maybe I should check and see when Logan's school's starting back because I was like, I don't even think Mom knows when your school's starting, and she was
sorry, I got a haircut. I'm playing with my hair over here.
But yeah, so we were gonna talk because I have done the high school and then I went to a 4-year college right after, but then the 4-year college was so much money I couldn't keep going, so I had to stop going to school for a 2-year span, and then when I finally paid my bill off and could get my transcript, now I'm at
surprisingly where my mom works, so like sort of a short term.
It's a
short term nursing home. It's a nursing home, anyways.
I'm talking about school. That's where I work.
I thought we were leading up to why you're going to like.
No, okay. So I was saying that I tried doing the regular college experience. I went to a 4-year college.
She did the summer thing
because if your parents make so much income, you only get so much. I didn't get enough in financial aid to cover my stay, and me working at Pizza Hut at the time obviously wasn't gonna pay it.
Every time we picked her up, she smelled like Pizza Hut.
Oh, Pizza Hut stunk. When you were...
that Pizza Hut was not a good Pizza Hut.
Yeah, the Pizza Hut I worked at was not like a quality Pizza Hut.
Trust me, it was basically in a slum sort of city.
It was a horrible Pizza Hut to work at. It was didn't even have delivery. It didn't have delivery.
And I think the reason it was so terrible is because, like, right across the street there was a liquor store, so the employees would get drunk while they would come over.
The employees were hopped up on something because, like, the only thing I did when I worked, like, I trained as a cook to be able to do the pizzas and whatnot, but then the people who would come in, they would like take over and they'd be a lot of them would be very angry. There's only one girl that I really liked working with, and she knows who she is. She got out of there too.
We won't name any names.
I'm not gonna name your name, but if you watch this video and you know who you are, hey. But there's one girl there that I really liked working with. But everybody else was like, they'd come in so angry and, hopped up on stuff. And, hey! So I would just go and do the dishes because, the dishes always needed to be done. I burnt myself so many times doing dishes because I would go, because, the constant flow of pizzas, you gotta wash the pans before they put new stuff on them. And the pans up front would be so hot, and you'd have these little prong things. You had to pick them up to put them in the sink. And
if you've gathered this by now, not very strong utensil wise or hand wise.
Okay, but
arm wise, but yeah,
I would grab them, and then one time I grabbed them, and the clip, like, I didn't grab them solid enough, and they fell. And for some dumbass reason, because I'm a dumbass, I tried to catch them with my hands, and they had just come out of the oven.
Just
so I had like a burn mark like across my hand for the longest time.
Real quick, anybody who's actually sticking with us until almost the 30-minute mark, props on you for being able to stick with this.
Well, and just let us know if you want longer videos, shorter videos, if you want.
Right now, we're just trying to work it out.
We're trying to figure out what we want to do.
So right now, you already know how long this is going to be, but we're going for in between the 30 to 40
minute mark, maybe, just to try out. And so we'll probably end it on schools this time, and then maybe do the other stuff in like next week's, because I think what I'm going to try to do is have him on the weekend videos with me. We're going to try filming Fridays and have it out by Sunday, and then I want to try doing, like, on Monday I want to do a Mommy Monday video because I'm a new mom. I have will be 16 months old son. So I figured that could be something I do by myself. He wants no part in that, I'm sure. He loves his nephew, but...
I love the little turd, but no.
Yeah, so I was going to do something like that, and then like I was saying, is if you guys want like a conspiracy theory video, that might be something we're going to do together, I think, because I think it's it's more interesting when you have someone else to be like, this is the conspiracy theory I found. What do you think?
My chair mocked itself again.
Oh my lord. So, but as I was saying, so obviously, so I had the 2 years in between, so now I'm going to, what originally was a 2-year college, it is now a 4-year college. So you can go through and get a bachelor's in only a couple things, but it is a 4-year college now. But
It's still better than being a 2-year college.
yeah, but the degree I'm going for is considered a technical degree because I'm going to be a paralegal. I'm not going. I figured once I get the paralegal thing, if I decide that I want to go and be a lawyer, maybe I'll do that. If I just want to be a paralegal, because I like paperwork, I like paperwork. I like to argue, but I don't know if I could argue in a court. Does that make sense?
She doesn't want to argue for people she don't think is right.
Well, see, if I become a lawyer, I would not go into criminal law. I couldn't do it. That's just my personal thing. I couldn't do it. But I really do. I do enjoy the arguing aspect, but I think you only really get to do the arguing aspect when it comes to criminal law and when it comes to I work in what is considered a rehab facility now. Obviously, people will sue. So you have to build cases for those kind of cases. People who slip and fall in Publix, they want to sue Publix. It is what it is. But I don't know if I could do that either because I feel like a lot of the people who are suing companies
are the ones at fault. Yeah.
You're at fault 90% of the time.
You saw the slip sign, so you decided to kick it right in the wet spot. Nice. Stuff like that.
Some of the people, I'm like, okay, if I went to McDonald's and I choked on a hamburger, it's not my fault for choking and dying on a hamburger. I mean, it's not their fault for me choking and dying on a hamburger.
Hey, Jesus, Lindsay, why you gotta go choke and die on a hamburger?
Well, because this is an example of what...
I know. I'm messing with
you know what's going on. But... So I don't expect my family after I've died to go and try suing McDonald's for money. Because I choked on a hamburger and died. That was my fault. I shouldn't have been shoving that hamburger fist to the mouth.
or as our father says...
Palm to face.
No. Hoof. Hoof it in your mouth.
Stop shoving it in with the hoof of your hand.
Yeah. Our dad's ever in some videos, boy. We'll give you a warning.
That'll be it.
She's not for it. Alright. But
I might actually have to apologize to the internet.
Don't apologize. We're weird. They knew what they clicked on.
Sorry, not sorry. But so yeah, so I've done a little bit of different experiences. So I try to tell him if obviously he hates school. That's just who he is. But I tried when I was living here at the house with them when I was working. Before I moved in with my husband, I tried telling him, well, what do you have for schoolwork? And, some of the shit that they come up with for homework, it's this is the one reason I hate math, is because in the standardized testing, it would be like,
fire.
a train would be going this way, how long would it take it to reach this city? And your answers would be like, the color is purple.
The train was going to Jupiter. It's going to take about 60 rats to get there. What was the temperature on Mars?
Yeah, so I hate math.
On Purple Day.
I hate math. But that's why I originally started as an English major, then I moved to a mass communication major. When I transferred major. When I transferred schools, I went back to being an English major, and now I'm a paralegal major. And then I know that you were saying something about once you're done with high school, you wanted to go and be a welder.
I'm probably going to go into welding to support myself.
Yeah. Welding is, and I keep trying to convince him to be a deep sea welder, but...
I mean, if I don't become a deep sea welder, I still plan on... First off, I'm going to get my pilot's license first, my private pilot's license, because, I like flying. Alright, screw you. Alright, screw you. Alright.
I can't believe you just went, I like flying.
I didn't do that. Alright, I went, I like flying. Don't be hating on me.
Okay,
and second off, and getting a scuba license probably.
Yeah.
So I'm a certified tank scuba diver.
I think it'd be cool if you became a deep sea welder and then you got to go like in the middle of the ocean and you found like buried treasure.
Alright, listen. If I become a deep sea welder, they're gonna have to give me a harpoon gun. I ain't dealing with no sharks.
You're worried about the sharks. I'd be worried about the krakens.
First off, they're called giant squids.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Swim. Ellen, shout out. But so I think that you didn't think these topics were going to be a long enough talk, did you?
I planned on this originally going to an hour, not...
Well, because
Really?
I think an hour is kind of like pushing it when you first start.
But see, what I'm saying is, we could. Sorry about this, by the way. A little argument because we're just starting off. We have no fucking clue what we're doing. But so we have stuff to edit down. Maybe if this wasn't. Oh God, excuse me. Sorry. If something wasn't entertaining, we could cut that out later on.
We're not interesting enough. Is that what you're saying?
Some parts of us aren't.
Well, I mean, we could. You want to do the 3 fears? Because that should put
Sure.
us at an hour, I would think.
So we'll at least be closer to an hour. Sure, you can go first, so I can make fun of you.
Well, I have one like deep. It's like
This one registers on all 3 levels.
this is like an irrational fear, and I know it's an irrational fear. It's not my fault. I blame. What was the guy who did the dirty jobs? What was his name? Mike Rowe?
Yes, and
Okay.
don't blame him.
I blame you, Mike Rowe.
She's kidding. But,
Okay,
alright.
I watched Dirty Jobs one day. We were watching, we went on a marathon of watching, the Dirty Job shows and Mythbusters and whatnot.
watched all of it.
And so there's...
Wait. Big shout out to Netflix. Thank you for all of that. Alright.
Netflix is everything.
Bring Doctor Who back.
That's not a Netflix thing. That's actually a BBC. They don't want it airing over here for some reason.
Oh, screw you.
Which is weird because they have other BBC shows like Being Human and other
Alright,
random ones,
anyways.
but let's get off Netflix. My deep irrational fear is when we were watching this episode, he went to a glass factory where they blow
glass.
the glass. Well, the glass is so molten hot that the guy pulled it out and a piece dripped through one of the cameraman's shoes and burnt his foot.
And literally, this topic right here, 3 fears, but she also has written down on the paper, molten hot things.
Yes. Okay, he doesn't like the fact that I put molten and hot together.
If it's molten, it's already hot.
Okay.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll take being corrected. I appreciate somebody correcting me so I can insult her later. But anyways, yeah.
So I'm afraid, and so this fear came from molten things. I'm not gonna say how.
That one episode goes 3 minutes.
That one episode freaked me out. So, and then I started having fears of volcanoes because of the lava. And so now my biggest irrational fear is I'm afraid of lava.
Just to let you know, we live on the east coast of America, where there are no volcanoes.
If I ever visit, I will never visit Hawaii because of this fear now. Thank you. Dirty jobs.
You'll visit Hawaii. Hawaii's awesome.
I have to have money to go places. I don't have enough money to go anywhere. First world problems. I have enough money to pay my bills. I don't have enough money to do anything else. So that's my number 1 fear. And I would say my 2 fears after that would obviously be anything that would happen to my son. I sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, and I this is just like a mom fear. You wake up in the middle of the night just to make sure they're still breathing. Because,
All right. Save for your mom's sake. All right.
And then my other fear is spiders. I love snakes. I hate spiders. Spiders. Okay, them bitches can crawl in your ear and live in there. All right, how and it's not even spider bites that freak me out. It's them crawling into your skin that freaks me out.
Somebody's watched Four-Legged Freaks a little too much.
I've watched a lot of weird YouTube videos and a lot of weird Facebook videos. Like, my favorite Facebook videos are the ones where they're popping those pimples.
Just don't.
I don't know why.
Because I don't know how, but that disturbs me.
Maybe it's because girls naturally pop more pimples than a boy does. So a lot of girls I know will sit there and watch them do those pimple videos. But there was one that you thought it was a pimple video, and it was a fucking spider.
My favorite are where people put voice actors. We'll get to my 3 fears in a minute if I can actually come up with anything. If not, we're just bagging on you. But I gotta say, some of my favorite videos, I saw one on Facebook and I think I saw both of them on Facebook. But one was the spider in like a little glass container. And they was that
one was okay. Some of them are pretty funny, but the one I just don't want spiders near me. I just don't. I would rather have a snake come in my house. Of course, I'd probably be scared shitless if a damn snake came in my house too. So I can't say much.
And then I saw another one I think also on Facebook don't touch me. I am dead. The snake. No.
I don't think I saw that one.
This guy's like standing by the road and he just picks up the snake and the snake goes, I am dead.
Oh, also videos I want to do. I want to do laugh challenge videos.
Yes, definitely.
I want to do, which I probably am going to fail out of it. But I don't want to do just me and him. I want to do me, you, and...
Guess like Ted, your hubby.
I'm thinking maybe Dad. I think Dad would be the hardest one to get to laugh.
Yeah.
Because I think he could hold it in. No, Mom.
Yep.
Mom. It takes way too much to make... Like, what if you can get her laughing, you gotta keep going, because there's only so much laugh you can get out of her.
You started it, so you have to keep it running as long as you possibly can.
Like...
Because you don't know when you get the next time to do it.
Yeah, no, you won't. You never know when you can get her to laugh again. I got her to laugh one time, and it was the best thing in the world. I actually got joy that day.
Never again. One day and one day only.
Well, it's
once.
Because I'm very easy to make laugh. My husband does this thing, and he just started doing it recently, where...
Is it what I think it is?
Yes, I was sitting in the car, and I was talking about... Because I went and saw Finding... Dory with his sisters, and then he just looked at me with the most serious face and went, "Escapade. It's funny. It spells the word escape." And I was like, "What the hell is that from?" And he just kept repeating it. He wouldn't say anything else. He just kept repeating it. And I'm over here dying in the passenger seat, like about to piss my pants, dying over him. Just keep repeating it. And I was like, "Is that from like Finding Nemo or something?" He's like, "Finally." But the fact that he just was like...
That fucker's crazy.
Yeah, but I love him. The fact that he just was like... Escapade! It's funny. It spells the word escape.
Escapade! It's funny. It spells the word escape.
I think it's the funniest thing in the world, and I don't know why. It's not funny to... I guarantee it's probably not funny, but maybe did like 10 people...
And those 10 people, shout outs.
Shout out to you 10 people who thought that was funny. A funny anecdote there.
Even though we're probably only gonna have like 3 people watching this video ever.
Hey, we got 20 Facebook likes. They might be friends, but we have 20 Facebook likes.
That is so sad.
Well, let's talk about... Okay, so I had this YouTube channel when I was in high school because I had to put projects up on it for one of my classes. Apparently, I got 7 subscribers I didn't know about. So shout out to you guys if they're not just me.
Yeah, comment your names down below because we haven't figured out.
We haven't figured out how to look at subscribers. But unless you're just me on a bunch of different accounts.
Do you think you have split personalities? You're gonna go to each one of your accounts and be like,
I made like
great video.
I made like originally because I got locked out of this account, so I made another account. So, and I'm pretty sure anytime you sign in with your Google on your Google thing, it makes like another account. So I have like 3 or 4 accounts, I know, but I don't know if they're subscribed to this channel or not.
What?
So if you're actually watching this, comment down below. Leave comments on what you think we should do next. If you have any ideas, if anybody would actually be interested, I'll do the Mommy Monday, the first one. And if people are interested in it, I'll try to keep that one going for Mondays.
Honestly, though, we might have to, like, once we get subscribers, then they, there might be some subscribers who are, like, new moms and stuff and might want to see that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but right now, it's probably guys who are either like me or in their 30s, like, what the fuck is this?
Or the people that we've forced to like the Facebook page and
literally, because I'm friends with her on Facebook, and before she made me an editor on the page, it went, Lindsay has invited you to like her page.
Actually,
Facebook was gonna come find me and kick the crap out of me if I didn't like her page.
Okay, no, I originally actually did that. You were the only person I actually invited to like the page. And I was like, but then I was playing around with the page and I realized I can actually add people to be like admins and editors and whatnot. And I was
yeah, like literally, like there's Lindsay invited you to join the page, and then there was like one notification in between that, and then it was Lindsay, like, this was over like a 3-hour time span though, in between these two messages, and then it said, Lindsay made you an admin. I'm like, well, first off, I have my own Facebook page for my YouTube channel. We'll get on to that later. You better give me a shout out. Alright,
well,
but
you're in the video, so
Yeah.
isn't that enough of the shout out?
Wow, that hurts. Hurts real bad, right in the feels, crying on the inside.
You're a man, you're not supposed to have feelings.
Exactly. And then it said Lindsay has made you an admin on her page, and I'm like,
Editor, you're not
or editor, sorry.
You haven't made admin status yet.
I might as well leave then. All right, bye. What?
And then we're also gonna try to get a better setup. This is just
Yeah, this is the curtain hanging.
this is just a temporary space. We're gonna actually my old room.
Yeah. Wait for it.
Hi, Spider-Man. Hi, Spider-Man.
Get back there. Say hi to Spider-Man.
You want to talk about Spider-Man? I freaking thought Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man, and then they went and changed it again.
We're gonna get so many people to be disliking that, but yeah.
Well, I thought he was like the best quirky Spider-Man.
The thing is, yeah, he was a good Spider-Man, but the thing is, then they came out with another Spider-Man series. Then they cut that Spider-Man and came out with another Spider-Man series. And then when the Captain America Civil War came out, they cut that Spider-Man and just threw in another one. Like, here you go. I will say the only thing that I did like is, unlike the DC comics, they didn't have to go in like with Batman every time they come out with a new Batman
backstories.
Yeah, they take 15 to 20 minutes in the whole movie at the beginning, just be like, here's the story, just shove it down your throat, right in your face. That they had like maybe 4 seconds of him, swinging by and saving a lady's purse, like that was good. That was good. You like, okay, he's a superhero, and Tony Stark's like, hey, all right, done. All right.
I will say though, Robert Downey Jr. looks exactly like Tony Stark from the comic books. Like,
he's a perfect match.
Perfect match. That one was
and I really do like that.
Which this should probably be a whole nother episode, because we could go on for superheroes for a while. But I agree with you. The whole Batman, like anytime they do it feels like any DC movie they have to do, like, because the Superman ones always had a freaking backstory added onto it too. So
I will say though, the new Man of Steel one, I mean, personal opinions may divide, but the new Man of Steel one, I didn't think was that bad. And personally, the Batman.
He is. I love Henry.
Now I gotta go kill that Superman actor.
Oh,
I'm
please.
kidding. All right, but the thing is, I thought right Superman. Wrong Batman for the Batman vs Superman movie.
Yeah, wrong.
The what's his name?
Ben Affleck?
No, not Ben Affleck. The Batman before him.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale. Okay. Yeah, I thought he made a very good Batman physique, sorta.
Yeah, Christian Bale was probably one of the best Batmans there have been.
And Suicide Squad. I'm not getting into any story, but I gotta say, the Joker that they introduced in that, I didn't really like how they brought him in.
Freaking Jared Leto. Let me tell you something. He's a little crazy in real life.
He kind of looks the part, but the way they've scripted him, it seems just from like the 17 minutes or whatever he was in that movie. The way they scripted him, first off, he cares about Harley Quinn, which is something he never did in the comics. Harley Quinn had this weird obsession with him, and
it's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome.
Because, people post a lot of crap about how they want a relationship like the Joker and Harley, but if you read the comic books, no, you don't.
There was no relationship there.
She was obsessed with him because he took her captive, and she had Stockholm Syndrome. She was obsessed with him.
And for those of you who don't know what Stockholm Syndrome is, it's... you don't have to look it up. I'm going to explain it here for you. Google. Alright. But Stockholm Syndrome is when somebody takes that person captive and then they start to relate towards their captor.
Yeah. They start wanting to have a relationship with their captor. So, and a lot of people have corrected that. And then people were saying that this Harley isn't the Harley that they know, because, a lot of the cartoon Harley, she's in the
she's got the Jester costume.
But this is a Harley Quinn. She is a Harley.
This is a version of Harley Quinn.
Yes, it is one of the versions of Harley Quinn. And from what I've heard, I haven't seen the movie yet, she did a really good job.
She did do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and
she did a phenomenal job. If anything's wrong with that movie, I gotta say the fact that they tried to just catch up with Marvel by shoving 15 characters into one movie and trying to do all of their backstories.
But at least they're more interesting than some of the characters that they could have done.
True.
So, but I do love the actress Margot. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I'm sorry if I'm...
The actress who played Enchantress, right?
No, the one who played Harley Quinn.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
I think her name's Margot.
Right.
If I'm wrong, comment down below. I forget her name. I'll probably look it up after this. But her and Will Smith, they are so funny outside of the movie. I've seen interviews where they were doing this challenge on who can insult who better, and she fucking told him that you were in the movie I Am Legend. You were the worst looking character. And he goes,
wow.
There was only zombies and a dog in that movie. Yeah, you're still the worst looking character. She is funny. I like her.
I think I saw part of that interview. And then it's pro or con, born in Brooklyn or
true or false? Was he born in Brooklyn? And she goes, no, West Philadelphia, born and raised.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
She's good. So eventually I'm either going to see that movie in theaters or I'll have to wait for it to come out and Redbox it. But I'll see it one way or another. It probably won't be anytime soon. But I do like that.
Put spoils all down in the comments.
You know what?
I'm kidding.
If you put spoilers down in the comment, you know what? It doesn't bother me.
I gotta say though, for that movie, also they didn't really leave much story from the trailers to the movie.
So what?
There's a bit of story which is kind of important. I will say that it's kind of important, but
Yeah. Well. Oh, also on this channel, something I want to do without him. You don't like The Bachelor.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm right. I found something else. I want to do rants about TV shows. I think rants about not in this episode. Okay, I want to do rants about TV shows, and I think it'd be funny to do some rants about some TV shows. But what are you doing?
I'm being me. All right. You see that look she gives me? And then she starts laughing because I call her out on it.
Okay, well, I think... So we talked about that. He never came up with fears either.
I can't think of any.
You know one of your biggest fears when you were younger? You used to fear death. And I don't know why.
Okay. Well, it wasn't... Alright, I'm gonna get into this detail since it's one of mine and not hers. The fact, weirdest place to come up with this, so far as I imagine, comment down where, I'll explain it in a minute, but, where I found out that I was going to die. I found this out in the McDonald's drive-thru.
I don't think I was with you guys when you found that out, was I?
I think you were. Because it just clicked in my brain sort of, and then I went, I'm gonna die.
But not he was like...
And then my brain just kind of broke down and everything. And then by the way, Ron Swanson philosophy: you can only cry at a funeral or the Grand Canyon. That was kind of a funeral for my childhood. I'm going to be immortal forever. But thanks to denial, I am immortal. I threw together like 4 quotes there, so yeah.
Oh my god.
Proud on everybody who got that, alright? One of those was a Futurama reference. Alright, but
Shut up and give it to me. Here, take my money. That's the quote. Fuck.
Yeah.
I butchered that.
yeah, I don't know I didn't know what you were doing there. It's, shut up and take my money.
Oh god.
Give it to me. You making it rain?
Apparently, I don't have anything to make it rain with.
I totally didn't just
But yeah, but the thing was, you were only like, I want to say either 8 or 9 at the time.
Yeah.
When he realized that, death happens. And I can't remember what made it click in your head. Something happened.
It just clicked. I was just thinking about it, and then I'm like...
He got so emotional. You got so... I just remember... But the best thing Logan's ever done in a car, best thing, hands down. My brother's left-handed.
Oh yes! Yes, get out of the way! I want to tell this! Get out of the way!
Okay, you can tell it! Stop pushing me!
Get back there! I want to tell it! Get back over here! Get back over here! This is possibly my favorite story ever. All right? Yeah, she's in the backlight now, even though this is her show. My favorite thing I've ever done in a car, and my parents can all agree to this, along with her, is the fact that. If you didn't already know, my sister, my mother, and my father are all right-handed. And I am left-handed.
Left-handed freak.
Why are you gonna do that?
It was like National Left-Handers Day not that long ago.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. It was like a remember share like a year ago or whatever thing. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. And then I just never got around to it. But my favorite thing is we're sitting in the car. We're driving like past Walmart. I think it was like we were coming back from the city. Walmart was up on a hill or whatever. I'm trying to.
So we're in the car.
Yeah, we're in the car. Me and Lindsay were sitting in the back seat and everything. And then I'm just sitting there, all quiet and stuff, and I'm like, I get it now. And they're like, what? And luckily we were at a stoplight, so I didn't freak anybody out too bad. And they're like, what? And I'm like, 3 rights make a left. My mother, my father, and then my sister, and I'm the left one.
Yep.
And all because I don't know how this clicked in my brain. I guess because if you make 3 rights while driving, it converts into 1 left-hand turn.
Yes.
I guess that's how it clicked in my brain. And
because I think we were turning right at the time.
Yeah, and then I get it now. Such a realization, and that has been a favorite moment out of.
Yeah, because he was younger. He was like 6, I want to say.
Yeah, and
when he realized why he was left-handed.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm left-handed. Like, I mean, I don't think
we have no idea what Leo's
hand's
going to be either. Because Leo keeps switching on us. He keeps going back, so maybe he'll end up being ambidextrous, which would be more power to him. I had a teacher in high school who me and my friend used to call the octopus, and because he used to be able to write with both hands on the board at the same time. And he would make it like reflect like a mirror. Like he would write a word and like do this one backwards.
Yeah, one would be backwards.
And so he was a creepy ass teacher, so we used to call him the octopus. Another math teacher, of course.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
He's not there anymore. He got arrested for selling something, I think. At least that's what I heard.
No wonder you called him the octopus.
I think the story was he got arrested selling marijuana to a student, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm not going to give out his name, obviously.
No conspiracy theories here yet. All right.
Not yet. Maybe next episode.
Next episode in like a month.
No, we're going to try doing weekly.
Weekly, yeah.
At least 1 video a week. So if 1 video together a week, and then I want to try doing some of my own stuff.
And I'll be doing some of my own stuff, hopefully.
So hopefully everybody. Obviously not everybody's gonna like the video. Obviously,
you don't like it.
We're gonna offend someone.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you're easily offended, don't watch.
Oh, why you going to Boston accent?
I don't know. Because
Easily offended you.
you know why I went with the Boston accent? There was somebody that I went to college to that they would call a masshole because he was from Massachusetts. He was from Boston, and they would call him a masshole, but he just told it like it was. And I appreciate people who just tell it like it is.
Just no PC here, aka political correctness.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
You've been poking the table with the
No,
pencil.
that was already here.
I'm watching you.
I did this with a pencil.
Oh, my table.
No wonder Leo calls you oh my table.
I didn't start doing that until I watched a podcast thing and yeah.
Well, I think that's gonna be it for this video.
Real high and then it just drops.
Well, because I think that's a good stopping point. We kind of got a little mix of a couple different topics, introducing ourselves. If there's stuff that you want to ask questions about to get to know us a little more, feel free to ask them down in the comments.
She'll write them down on a piece of paper
Yeah,
next video or whatever.
Yeah, and then
we're in doing sort of this stuff, maybe a vlog or something. We'll answer some of the questions.
Yeah, if you have questions about me, about Logan.
What? What?
You're so strange. Arg. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts on if we should make the videos longer or
shorter. This one obviously is an hour and some odd.
So, because what we want to call these videos is our vidcast. So instead of doing a podcast, we're doing a vidcast. It's a video it's a video podcast, but we're gonna call it vidcast. So, you know, that's why we think we're not sure if these should be a certain length, and then or if we should just go to doing vlogs, which are usually around 20 minutes.
Depending on how exciting your day is.
Yeah, but I think we'll come up with some really good. I think this is just the start of something good. I'm hoping. So, but down in the description box, we're going to link your channel.
Hey!
We'll link the Facebook page, the Twitter page. And should we put the email in there? Or should we hold off on the email for now?
We'll hold off on the email for now.
Okay.
You people decide if you want to just start sending us random stuff. Or just leave it in the YouTube comments. Once it gets past probably, we'll say 20, then we'll put out the email.
Okay.
So there's your subscribe goal. Make 20 accounts. I'm kidding. Just get your friends to do just like it.
Okay, so subscribe, thumbs up if you like the video. If you didn't like it, thumbs down or thumbs. If you didn't like it, thumbs up. How about that? Because it's not for you.
If you didn't like the video, you clicked on the wrong video. Alright?
Obviously, I'm okay with not pleasing everyone.
Now I can just start messing with